Oh my god, I'm not imagining it. It's ghosts. Mikey, get over here now.
Yeah, just for a second, but I saw them. That's weird.
Look, and now they've just disappeared. I think we'd better get out of the house for a while.
Yeah, it's better that way.
Here we go. It's a lot calmer out there now. We should tell someone about what we saw. Yeah, there's our neighbor. Hey, listen, there's something weird going on at our house. We saw real ghosts in there.
JJ, I think we've been misunderstood. We look like psychos.
Look, there's an ambulance coming our way. I wonder if someone got sick in our neighborhood.
They're coming for us.
There's no such thing. We're fine. Look, there must be some kind of mistake.
We all understand perfectly well. That's what all of our patients tell us. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay.
I can't believe this is happening. Just a couple hours ago, we were sitting in our house. But as soon as we told them about the ghosts, we were locked up in a mental hospital. Me and Mikey can't stay here much longer, so we gotta get out of here as fast as we can. Because I know what it takes to end up in a mental hospital. They just pump you full of pills and you become a vegetable. So we need to take a little look around. All the rooms for the mentally ill are designed to make it impossible to hurt yourself.
Why are you hitting me? I haven't lost my mind yet. I just don't know what we're gonna do to get out of this place. You know, there's literally nothing here. Oh wait, there's a sword magically left behind. Looks like one of the doctors left it here when they were examining the last patient. Come on, JJ, use it to free me. At least that way we'll have our hands free. It'll make things a lot easier from here. We just need to figure out how we can open this door. It's very strong, so we can't just break it down by hand. If we had lockpicks, it would be a lot easier.
Look, Mikey, if you think about it, this block is different from all the others. We should check it out because there's a chance we might find a clue or something useful in there. Wow, this must be some kind of passageway. I can't believe someone would make it from inside this cell. It was probably done from the outside. The only question is, what's the purpose? Maybe it's an emergency escape route. Well, at least it's our only way out now. Interesting.
Apparently, we just made it out into the hallway. You know, this is so much better than being locked up in a cell for the mentally ill, except we're perfectly healthy. What a scary place this is. People have really lost their minds in here. And the worst part is there's nothing you can do to help them. You can only ease their pain, but you can't cure them. Yeah, I feel sorry for all of them. But the most important thing now is to find a way out of here. I understand most of the doors are locked so the patients don't do something horrible. Let's try a little farther back. Sooner or later we'll find a way out.
The main thing is not to make much noise, because a whole team of doctors must look after such a place. I think it's not uncommon for patients to riot here, and I am also very frightened by the fact that mentally ill people just sit in the corridors. On the other hand, this could mean that there are so many mentally ill people in our city that the hospital just can't cope with them all. Although, considering that you and I were brought here perfectly healthy, Mikey, there's a doctor, we gotta get out of here. Don't look back, just run. I saw him holding some kind of weapon. They're probably sedative darts. If he hits one of them, we're dead. So we need to find a place to hide. God, I just hope he doesn't call the rest of the crew, because in a space this small, we can't all run away from them.
More like JJ. Gotta get in that hole. It's our only hope of salvation right now. And anyway, as you can see, he's got the wrong weapon. He's walking around the hospital with a giant axe. It's getting really creepy. I think we're in the wrong mental hospital because it's been wrong from the start. Look, there's too many patients, and they're all in such a terrible state. It's like they were made that way. But who would do such horrible things to people? I think our government would be against such experiments, which means they're working illegally.
Easy, Mikey. If that doctor decides to look a little lower now, he's gonna take us down. So try not to move at all. Speaking of which, they've obviously noticed we're not in the room by now, which means we ran into this doctor for a reason. Mikey, they're already trying to find us. And that's too bad, because we're gonna have to be extra careful. Honestly, I'm having less and less faith in our escape, but there's still a chance, so we just have to believe and act. I think the best thing to do now is to move through these passages in the walls so as not to attract attention.
Look, we've been crawling for a long time. Do you think we have any chance of getting from here to someplace normal? Well, there's got to be a chance. Look at this mess. It seems to me that not only the patients in this hospital are mentally ill, but the doctors themselves. Of course, when you've been around these special patients every day for so many years, you risk becoming one of them. I can't believe they took us to this horrible hospital.
It was really overkill because we didn't pose any danger to the residents. It's that neighbor's fault. We should get back at him. Speaking of which, Mikey, we managed to get into a relatively normal room, except I wouldn't be surprised if the door was locked, which is to be expected. So, for now, we'll just have to look around and see what's going on. Interesting, there's a picture here. I'll have to check it out. It can't be. Mikey, you're not gonna believe what I'm about to tell you, but that picture is of me and you. Here, take a look for yourself. It's really weird. I mean, we've been here less than 24 hours and they already have a picture of us together. There's only one conclusion to draw from all this. We didn't get here by accident. Somebody obviously wanted to lock us up forever.
Now I'm really scared. What if we never get to choose this place? I mean, we've come this far. I don't think the doctors considered the fact that we could end up in this room. Well, there's still a chance. We just need to find the lockpicks. And you know what? That huge painting looks pretty suspicious. It's like someone wanted to hide something with it. So let's take it down and see what's in there. Like I thought, there's a hidden safe, which means we might find something useful in there. Well, lucky us. In addition to the lockpicks, there's a little food in there. You know, I think it's the office of one of the heads of the hospital, because it looks nice and clean. Now we've got to start breaking in. The lockpicks aren't regular lockpicks, they're diamond lockpicks. That means they're a lot stronger, and you might even need one to open this door. The key is to do it fast so no one can hear us.
Don't worry, I've opened these locks many times before, so it won't be a problem for me at all, especially now that I have diamond lockpicks in my hands, which means I can be a lot bolder in my combinations, knowing it won't break so easily. The only question is, what do we do next? Our main goal is just to find a way out. But as you and I have already realized, that's going to be quite difficult because this building has a very strange shape. And I'm sure there'll be some kind of security detail of doctors sitting near the exit. And from the looks of it, they'll be armed with something strange. So we're gonna have to figure out a way around them. If we had our weapons, we'd be out of here a long time ago.
Look, we're back to where we started. Let's just hope we don't run into that doctor again, because every time we do, our chances of a successful escape diminish. We should follow this corridor and see what we can find. Wait a minute. Is it just me, or is that not a person? He's too transparent to be a regular person. But what does this ghost want from us? Somehow I think it wants to help us. But that's very strange. This is the first time I've seen a ghost trying to help a person. And considering we're in a mental hospital, it's even weirder.
Anyway, we don't have a better option right now, so let's see where it takes us. And just to be safe, we should lock the door so the doctors can't get in here. This looks really weird. And look, there's a second door right here. I think we should open it and see what's behind it. It's horrible. There's literally a mountain of bodies. It smells so bad in here too. I'm literally going to be sick. But what are we going to find in here? It's like the ghost knows something about this place, so we have to get to the end. I suggest you breathe through your mouth so you don't pass out from the stench.
I think I got it. This ghost's body is lying around here somewhere, so he literally remembers there's something to find. Look, it looks like there's something in there. No way, it's a cell phone, and I've got an axe next to it. That's very good, because first of all, we have a connection to the outside world, and secondly, we have weapons that we can use to fight back if necessary.
Unfortunately, there's no use for the phone at all because it's been dead for a long time. But I was interested in checking something else. See, Mikey, I was right. When we came into this room, the ghost was standing on this very block. And it turns out that's a clue too. I don't know where we're gonna end up, but I think this is the best option right now.
We need to craft something to help us get out of this cage. I think there are enough resources here to make a stone pickaxe, and that should be enough to take out part of the cage. I'm looking forward to just going out into the street to get some clean air, because lately all I've had up my nose is the smell of corpses and blood.
Wait just a couple more minutes, Mikey. I'm almost done. All that's left is to connect the sticks and the cobblestone, and that's it. Our pickaxe is ready. This is the moment we've been waiting for, but for some reason, I can't seem to break these bars. It seems to me that someone made them much stronger than usual, so that even with a pickaxe, they could not be broken. So I think it's best to dig these blocks in the wall. They're obviously pointing to something. It's probably just another passage. We gotta dig him up soon, because I have a really good feeling about this place. No, it's not a passageway, it's something much cooler. Because there are books in here, and I'm pretty sure if we solve the examples inside them, we'll get the password to this cage. All we have to do is solve all 4 examples quickly and open this door.
I think you're going to do very well very quickly. And speaking of which, it's a lot of trouble to get out of that mental hospital. I get the impression it was created by Satan himself, although I'd rather not bring him up, because I remember him making us burn in lava for a week. Anyway, I think this is the last stage of our rescue operation, because I'm getting less and less strong, and if this keeps happening over and over again, I'm going to have to go back to my cell and accept the fact that I'll never be able to get out again.
Don't worry about it, Mikey. I mean, come on. We've gotten out of worse than this. All we've got to do is solve a couple problems and crawl around a little bit. I realize you're pretty scared, because even I don't feel completely at ease. But look, we're already out of a cage from which there seems to be no escape, which means you and I are much stronger and tougher than the creators of this place. So I guarantee you that we can get out. Just keep a positive attitude and don't think about bad things.
Thank you for your words, JJ. They really make me feel better. Now let's get all these boxes out of the way, because we can't go any further otherwise. I wonder why this aisle is closed at all. There are still people in that room, although no one here cares about the patients so much that I'm not even surprised.
I think we're on the right track. The key is to keep going. I can hear the sounds of the street, which means we're almost to the street. Come on, Mikey. Just a few more steps and all hell will break loose. Let's see where this path takes us. All right, we've gone straight to the cemetery. It was pretty much as expected. It turns out that all the people who are being locked up in the place we were in are going to be killed one way or another, or they just can't be cured. I'm a little scared by the fact that we are now in an open location, which means that we can easily be spotted by someone. So we have to do it quickly and get away before it's too late. Do they really bury all the bodies in here? Whoa, Mikey, I think I figured something out. Remember those ghosts? That's why they decided to show up. Their bodies are in here somewhere, and from the looks of it, they're just looking for peace. It looks like they've been mistreated, so their astral form can't leave our land. So we need to find where they were buried and burn the remains. That's the only way we can fully help these two unlucky ghosts.
Looks like we found their graves. All we have to do is dig them up. I can't believe their bodies went so deep into the ground. That means they've been dead a long time. It means they've been wandering our world trying to find someone to save them. And eventually they stumbled upon us. You know, in a way, I'm glad we can help them, because God knows how long they would have suffered if we hadn't come to their rescue. Now let's set their skeletons on fire so they can finally be free. They totally deserve it. I wonder if they will appear before us one more time to say goodbye, or not. I think they're definitely coming to visit us again.
The most important thing is that we did what was asked of us. That's why you and I are so good. Whether they come or not, doesn't matter. It'll be good if they can get free. Mikey, turn around. They've decided to come after all. Look at that. They're thanking us. It's such a touching moment. You forget what hell we've been through. And it wasn't all for nothing, because now they're going to heaven. And we have to figure out how to get out of here, because someone must have spotted two patients.
Hurry, JJ, because that orderly is not going to talk to us. Just get over the fence and that's it. We'll be saved. I'm definitely not going back to that hospital because I know I'm gonna get killed. JJ, hop in the car and let's go home. It's time for us to just forget this hospital like a bad dream.
We've done our job. Now it's time for a well-deserved vacation. We have to get home as soon as possible and close up there, because I'm pretty sure the paramedics are going to try to get us back into that hospital, even if they have to use force. So, Mikey, our battle is not over. We need to prepare ourselves so we can fight back.
Then we should block off not only the doors, but the windows too, because they're obviously all crazy in there and will try to get in through the windows. It would also be good to call the police to help us deal with this problem, because what they are doing is clearly out of the norm. I just don't understand how they've been around this long, because they should have been shut down a long time ago for what they're doing. Apparently the owners of this hospital are very powerful people, and we will have to work very hard to end their atrocities.
I don't know who's behind them or how long they've been doing this, but I will see this through, because they shouldn't have gotten involved with JJ and Mikey.
You're exactly right about that.
Looks like they've arrived. I wonder how many men they sent to catch us. They don't seem to have any intention of catching us, though. It's more like they just want to kill us so we can't tell them what's going on inside that hospital, which means we have to strike first. They're out of luck, because we're in our own territory now, so we have the advantage. Mikey, I say we go outside and have a gunfight with them. They won't be expecting a surprise attack like this, so we have a good chance of winning. It's better than just sitting around waiting for them to break in. So grab your guns, Mikey, and let's go. It's time to clean up these sanitation guys.
But let's call the police before before we do. I mean, we can fight back, but I don't think we're gonna last. So we just have to figure out the time until the police arrive. I don't think they're tough enough to go up against them, so it'll be a good move. Now, let's carefully make our way down to the back of the yard and have a little look around. At the very least, we need to understand the numbers of our adversaries. And by the way, I think it's best if we refrain from shooting, because the police might arrest us too. I realize we're just trying to protect ourselves, but to the police, that would be plain murder. So the police plan is looking more and more right, although I don't think they'll do anything for 1 or 2 murders. All the neighbors and the cameras can prove is that they were the first ones to come at us with guns, and they obviously didn't just want to come and have tea with us.
Mikey, they spotted us, which means we're gonna have to get in a firefight anyway, because either we kill them or they kill us. We need to hold out as long as we can so the police can get to us. So I'm ordering you not to die, Mikey. We're getting close to beating them. All that's left is to survive this final battle.
You're right. We really have no other choice, so I'll help you deal with them. When you need to reload, yell out, "I'll draw them to me."
Okay, we need to take a little breather behind this building. By the way, Mikey, have you noticed the screaming and the noise has died down? I wonder what that could be. Maybe they decided they couldn't handle us and just left.
Let's go check it out. I don't think they're the kind of people who would just leave. It all makes sense to me now. We held out until the police arrived. Well, it's definitely over now, because there's nothing they can do against the police. All we have to do is explain everything carefully.
Don't worry, guys. We totally understand. We've been looking for this group for a long time, but they kept running away from us. But thanks to you, we finally managed to find them.